Right, so I was recording the previous thing, but I was only recording audio. I forgot to press the record button on the game. So as you can see, this is the treasure chest, and I've already opened it while talking, give my commentary, but I didn't record it, so you can't see anything else. So the deep space chest has 3 champions in particular. It has Lex, Kinessa, and Viktor, or V1K2R. Lex gets a new epic skin we call the L-Exo suit, and Viktor gets the V1K2R. Now if you didn't get the Nova Strike set, you can also get it in here, which I'm guessing is the whole collection, yeah. So for 60 crystals you could have a chance to get this, when in other time when it was out it was over 400 crystals. So that's good. You can't see me open them because I accidentally opened them before. Sorry. Then I also talked about Strix a lot, then realized I wasn't actually doing anything. So, going over this quickly again, you have Ambush as a legendary, which means your stealth shot does 15% more damage. Then you have Crack Shot, the one I'm really excited for. So, shoot the sniper once, and then you get your sidearm out, and then you shoot your people, and does 20% more damage, which is, it will shred you. And Nocturnal, which is a default. Your stealth bar consumes 50% lower. And now we are on the epics. We have Dexterous, so reduce the time of your sidearm by 20%. That's neat, and it's probably going to be needed. If you're running the stealth one, then Eliminations grant 15% resources. That will be a big one. Relentless, reduce the movement speed penalty on scope by 20%. I'm guessing this will be one of the main cards, because in a sniper rifle, you don't want to have movement restrictions anyways. Now, moving on to our rares, we have Bushwhack. Swapping to your pistol grants 10% lifesteal for 22 seconds. As I said before, but you couldn't have listened to it anyways. With Crack Shot and Bushwhack and you have Life Rip, that will stack up a lot. You won't be able to full heal like Tyra does, but you know, it will be something good. Escape Plan. Entering stealth with below 65% heals you for 100 health. That's flat. And has 10-second cooldown. So just remember, it's okay. Then we have Overburn, Flare reveal 1 more second. Now the flare works by revealing it only to you and not your teammates, so remember that. Tactical Retreat, gain 10% movement speed when entering stealth. This will be important because Strix has no movement abilities. So yeah, if you can move faster in stealth, then it makes it a bit harder for your opponents to see. Sorry. Now we have White Knuckle, reduce the sidearm recoil by 6%. It's a good one-pointer, but I don't see it being used that much because you're going to be using a sniper rifle anyways. Cooled Mags, every 2 seconds your weapon is inactive, you gain 2 ammo. Interesting one, but I don't know, we'll have to see when I make my loadouts. Increase the Reveal Flare XL, increase the reveal range of the flare by 20, again, standard. Grizzled, 50 health, standard cards. Increase the ammo count, standard card. Infused crystals. Resourceful, this is interesting. Every 2 seconds of your rifle is out, the cooldown of flare is reduced by 0.25 seconds. Now, flare has... how's the... okay, it doesn't say... there we go, it doesn't actually say what the cooldown is, but it's okay. It's not good to have in a higher points, 1 point's enough. Again, explain more videos. Roost 1, while stationary and in scope, consume 8% less stealth resource, so this is for your, you know, sit down, keep and aim out for one thing. So this is for the patient style of sniping, which is from CSGO. Now second last card, Stalker, increase the reload speed by 10% while active. Standard, and finally True Control. Reduce the maximum sidearm inaccuracy by 8%, so this doesn't reduce recoil, it just means your shots will be tighter. Now if we look at his basic deck, we have Tactical Retreat 3, so movement speed when entering stealth, important like I said. Guerrilla Tactics, Elimination grant 45% stealth resource. So what this deck basically is doing it to you is, you go into stealth, move around, get that quick kill, go into stealth again, and this will give you movement speed and it will give you stealth resources. The rest play into this, so you gain more health, you increase your weapon shots for both sidearm and a sniper by 2, and increase the reload speed while in stealth. So basically it's going to be using Nocturnal, because that's a default legendary as well. Skills, over quickly, Sniper Rifle does 1300 damage, or nearly 2000 if it's a headshot. Sidearm does 250, and I think it's 350 or something like. No, it's going to be nearly 300 if you do a headshot. Now, if you right click on your sniper rifle, you get a scope. If you right click on your sidearm, you get a flare, which reveals players. Stealth is called stealth, and it reveals, or sorry, you go into stealth and you hide yourself from vision. But when in stealth, your HP will, or you have a bar, and that will be reduced. Then finally we have the quick switch, which will switch between your sidearm and your normal rifle. The ultimate is flashbang from CSGO, and it sounds like this.
Flash out.
Standard stuff. Going over quickly about the skins, we have the Phoenix Cowl. It's the uncommon. I'm gonna unlock it now, but not really bothered. The Ghillie Cowl is exclusive from your chests. Phoenix will give your feathers orange, and Ghillie will make them green. Weapons, standard. This leaf and wood is green as well. This wood is just normal. Nope, the wood is also darker. There we go. 360 no scopes for all of you pros out there, and yeah, MVP pose finally. Looks okay. If you want to listen to his voice pack, here it is.
Behind us. Attack up the middle. I'll capture the objective till we meet again.
And that is Strix. Now I realized I didn't show you these skins for other ones. So Cassie gets her mastery treatment this patch. This is what it looks like. If I go on the mastery emote, that's fine, but if I wasn't recording before, and I'll show you again, if I just use normal ones and I use Cassie's mastery emote, it's broken there. So that will be fixed, or it should be fixed. And this is a mastery pose with her amazing hands. Then we have Inara also getting a treatment for masteries, but it looks good, I will say that. Stone Warden with cosmic skins, I like it. And her mastery emote looks good. Man, her MVP pose is like this. It's probably one of my favorite ones in the game currently. Now, if you noticed, she also got another uncommon set called Sunstone, which looks much better than her normal, because it should, but it looks some better than Res as well, so I might actually have this. I won't unlock it and show you in game because it's an uncommon skin, does nothing that much, and that should be it. Now, Viktor. This is his set from the Deep Space chest. He got the Master Chief adjustment, and his abilities look different in game as well, which I will show. And as you know, this is already there, and I've equipped so I can have it in game. The final one is Lex, which is the L-Exo suit. Now I realized that he also got some changes, which I will talk about when we get into the training match right now. Shooting range, there we go. Now, for those who don't watch the patch stream, or if you did, I'm going to tell you anyways, Lex got reworked a bit. His rifles, or his actually magnums, is more accurate. They have been reworked so they don't fire as slow as they did before. They are now semi-automatic, and you don't have to continuously keep pressing a mouse to shoot. You can just hold it down.
We will fight. We will die. We will respawn.
Yep, as Lex said right there. So this is his skin, and if I press G, it will show you how it looks like. Looks pretty good. So slide. Okay, so what I was talking about before. As you can remember, Lex was like this. Now what I can do is just hold my right mouse button. So I can. Okay, sorry, I was wrong there. I have to spam. So you can probably hear my mouse click as well. So I can come here and. There we go. So it's semi-automatic, so you can't just hold it once and it'll shoot again like I'm holding now. You have to spam. What this also means is that his weapon does no longer the same amount of damage it did before. So it now does 400 damage instead of 680, and the ammo can went up from 6 to 10. So he's gonna be burstier to play instead of you have to go get the headshot, readjust, get the headshot again. You can do that. Now if I show you his slide, it's nothing special that much. And you must have had that for his pursuit. I'm just charging up for the ultimate because it looks good. It like 0 in.
That's 7 in a row.
1, 2, 3, and that's his ultimate, and this is what his suit looks like. Okay, changing champions to Viktor. He didn't get any treatment this patch, or he was reworked, he's just Viktor. But this is Viktor and his new skin. It's Master Chief, if anything. Looks or sounds different, at least, not like the AK-47. As you can see, there's a I don't know how to say, a blue radius, and also it is a bit awkward. I mean, it's not. I don't normally live record. So this is the second actually. I'm doing this. Now I'm just gonna go to the sky range and get the ultimate charge because it also looks interesting. 1, 2, 3. There. Okay, so this is ultimate and looks pretty awesome. Now, if you saw that, it looked pretty good. If that makes sense. Now, these are the skins. Now, there were 3 champions reworked. As you saw, Lex, his guns are now changed. But another 2 champions that changed as well were Ruckus, and I forget the name, it was Ying. So I'll show you Ruckus first if I can find him. So, Aerial Assault, there we go. So Ruckus is fine, but what they said in the patch stream was that his emitter is this. Oh, spoilers. As you can see, he has advanced and emitter. Emitter now gives you shield, which it always did, but repulsive shield has been removed. Instead, you have a missile launcher, which does damage, like significant amount, or it's more finishing ability. So I will show you better on stationary targets. So I can shoot people, and let's say I run out of ammo, whatever, I can just missile launcher and finish them off. So instead of having your normal combo, which was repulsive field and shield, I can just use shield, which gives me my shield back. And if I want to finish someone off, so let's say these are the low, I can just fire 2 rockets and finish them off. And that's the Ruckus change. Now final was actually Ying. Now if I go on Ying, let me just read it really quickly what the Ying change was. I have it open as well, yeah. Illusory Rift. So your ultimate no longer spawns deployables. It's now an overheal for anyone on the map. I can't show it properly here, but I have to go to Fernando when I do it. Actually, it's probably going to be better if I just go to Fernando.
Triple kill. That's 5 in a row.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have the Cassie on, or Cassie's on, and one's gonna shoot Fernando all the time, which will also give us ult charge faster because it heals.
They're firing on me.
And we should have ultimate now.
That's
Before Ying had deployables. Now she does not. Now she just does an overtime heal for 8 seconds. So what this does now, I'll close this for a second. You can now heal someone for 600 damage for 8 seconds anywhere on the map. They don't need to have a deployable or anything else. So if you damage up Fernando a bit, like that, and if I press ultimate, don't die, he'll be healed for 600 per second for quite a lot. Now, also if you did not think, there is also a UI indicator if I want to spawn somewhere. My illusion rift's on cooldown though. So I'll keep having Ying deployables out, like this, and 3, 2, 1. If I look at them, so instead of just guessing, I can look at them and I'll show F underneath there, which means I can go to either this clone or that clone. So this clone here, or that clone there. So there's a UI indicator for that. And yeah, I guess that is it for this, I don't know, PTS coverage, if that makes sense. Normally I don't speak, but people say it gets really boring to just watch me open chests and that kind of stuff. Well, thanks to me, you're not going to see me open chests because I opened them without recording the screen, and I was recording audio just, which is fun. Now, yeah, so that would be it. Now, Strix is a unique champion in the game, and not because he's a sniper rifle, but he brings a lot on the table, so I will probably have a video on him separately, because he really does add a lot to the game, and a lot of mechanics, or a lot of first things that he's done before. Oh, good idea, I remembered. Let's show Strix first, remember? So, Crackshot is what I was talking about. This is his weapon. That would be awkward if I didn't show Strix. So, inaccuracy as a snipe. So I can't shoot any eye. I have to probably go near them and shoot them. Yeah. So if someone's like, you can no-scope them, like. So this is accuracy.
They just can't stay away from me.
Good to know. Now, what Crackshot does, the legendary I have, I can hit them, and if I get my gun out, I can like demolish them. So let's say the sky is flanking me, or the sky is flanking me. Then I can get my gun out and whatever. Normal gun does 250 damage, as you can see, and it's semi-automatic, so I have to really do that. And you can see it's got quite a few recoil. Good to know. But if I get, let's say I'm flanking and I get like one shot out, like that, bonus damage. So that's my Q, it's instantaneous. So I can use my sniper or my gun, sidearm it's called. And that's the stealth mechanic. It has 1 second cooldown, and you can see, if I just stand still, there. You can see that white thing building up slowly. That's gonna take initial, that's, I'm guessing, the initial time. Which is, there we go. So you can see the white bar, and that's the initial cost that's gonna have. If I don't move, actually no, that makes no sense. Okay, maybe it's broken. Because it should rebuild, there we go. That was a bug, ignore that. That the white bar will be the initial cost, and then everything else you do, it will go lower and lower and lower. Now, as I said, there's 2 weapons for everything, and this is his flare, which is side mouse. So I dropped a flare there. But as you can see, I can see sky there, so I can quick scope in and get that damage. Now, another thing, which is interesting, is that I can shoot a flare at someone, like this, and it will burn them. So there's 200 damage, and then does 50 damage on top in 10 seconds, or in 10 bursts. So yeah, Strix seems really, really interesting to play, and I don't think I can be affected by my ultimate, but let's try it anyways. I can't. Now, if you were watching the stream, you will know that the flashbang, it doesn't do anything to you, it just makes the screen blind and you're in a hypnosis state. So just imagine the CSGO flash, that's what it does. His ultimate charge is quite fast, so if I go on 10, there, 1 shot does 11.
That's 13 in a row!
So if I just get 10 shots off, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There. because he does a lot of damage, he can just get his output really fast. I mean, yeah, there was nothing else to add. Stealth, well, scoping in doesn't do anything, and weapon switching you can do as well. But if you shoot someone, you're throttled out, and then you have to wait a second to go again. Yeah, I can't spray anything here, and this is a normal emote. So yes, instead of just not showing you the new champion at all, I did remember. Yeah, I remembered at the last moment that I have to show this as well. Yeah, Strix seems fun, if anything. He may be, I don't know. And another thing that Hyrule is doing, because it's the first champion added since competitive mode, is that Strix will not be allowed in competitive for a month. So 2 patches later he will be allowed in competitive. So that means you can't have your game ruined by someone who hasn't played Strix before. Or of course it can, but it won't initially. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the PTS overview. Normally I don't talk, as you already know, but people say it's really boring just to, you know, watch the gameplay. So it makes sense. Q. And how much does this do? Oh wait, no, I should be in stealth. There we go. 2145.
Stops.
So yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and this may have been awkward because it was awkward for me as well. Anywho, I will see you all next time.